You mentioned I'm not worthy. Everybody believes me. I'm not enough.
You know, while you guys see me like thriving, I'm doing great, I was really falling apart.
My whole life, I feel like I've had this darkness in me.
How do we show up in the world to be the best version of ourselves? Like, what does that actually mean? And a friend of mine said, hey, I have someone who comes to my home and holds these ceremonies.
We knew it was a little bit different than any of the psychedelic.
And he goes, well, what if I just said it's known as the God molecule? I take this slow, deep inhale breath in. I am in a rocket ship going through a portal at light warp speed. Then white out.
5 is the end, the beginning, everything and nothing. The Mac Daddy psychedelic experience.
I had been a pastor for 14 years. This was no longer a mental understanding of God. This was a full embodiment. No spirituality required.
It just started ripping apart, like, and I felt like things were snapping and pulling and...
Clear white light, you start to hear descriptions that sound like enlightenment states and like near-death experiences.
It's really, really beautiful.
And it doesn't sound like a loss of consciousness.
I don't know how to converse with the same people I just did 2 days ago. It already feels different.
You know, we're born into this world with a original kind of divine grace, you know, the infant way of being so open, and then life happens, we can get triggered and experience adversity and trauma and become a certain way. The action of the psychedelic in being like an introduction of temperature gives us that ability to melt down these icy, sharp landscapes that are formed.
You become your essential self when you learn to drop the ego enough so that it begins to reveal itself. So all of it is about revealing what is always there.
Yes, but when the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. And that doesn't mean that an image is into teacher or an element is into teacher. It just depends on when the student of life is ready.
I wanted my business laid out, I wanted everything mapped out, and all my problems solved. And none of that happened.
The further you get pushed, and DMT in any form is going to push you really hard, really fast.
Yes.
And then get something like that divine grace back. And I think 5-MeO really does that.
The experience that I had was what I needed and not what I wanted.
No one with any credibility says it's, you know, one and done. It's like you got to live the life and do the work.
And so we have 3 phases with 3 elements in each phase.
I was having feelings show up about the use of ketamine.
Yes.
And then I saw LSD on there. My cell.
Have more. Optimize more, achieve more, then you'd have all the fulfillment that you would ever need. That could be the greatest marketing lie that was ever put out there.
Our vision is to end that seeking once and for all.
This idea of things happening for me and not to me is really soaking in.
I've been almost scared to dig that deep.
I want to meet the people who have been contemplating this for the ages, the mystics, the faith-based people, the tribal leaders, all who have some sort of a context that can shed light so that I can understand it for myself so I can most effectively bring this to the world.